Welcome to Raymond James Stadium, the big pirate ship in Tampa, Florida. We've waited so long, and finally another season of college football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the USF Bulls. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. The Bulls kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. Fielded in the end zone. It's Drake. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Sends it back in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Hood. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Let's talk about App State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And the Mountaineers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking to throw, it's Singleton. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up on the big play. Hits inside, it's McKinney. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass on second down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Right side, it's Rodriguez. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Sets his feet. It's Croman Hope. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Comes down, it's Rodriguez. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
There he goes. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Piles his way ahead. Got some green grass. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Bulls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for the edge. He'll toss it. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
He stopped. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Swarmed under 5-yard loss on the play. The Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on second down. Rolls right. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
And after that incompletion, they are left with a third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Trying to take it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. put a drive together starting from the 36. The run inside. It's McKinney. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
You know, sometimes as a quarterback, guys, you just need a new environment. You need a change of scenery. This was a highly recruited guy. Didn't quite work out for him at his last destination. So now here he is, and he's not playing in a Power 4 conference by any stretch, but he feels like with this coaching staff, he's a better fit in this system, and he thinks he's going to...
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Driving forward, it's McKinney. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, South Florida. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's straight. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for a crease. It's good. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you can see this offense, man, they found something, and they want to push that ball down the field and be aggressive. They're not afraid to take shots and try to make these big plays. So if I'm a defense, man, I'm going to get back on my heels a little bit.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McKinney. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This USF offense will open this drive right here. From the gun, it's McKinney. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. That gives him 54 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. The Bulls with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Making the adjustment. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. Out wide right, it's Hill. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. On the option. The pitch. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Second down, going to throw it. Looking for a deep man. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, USF. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Drake. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Looking for a man, it's Singleton. Right side, it's Hood. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that run.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions in the first half of this game. He's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
Nice move to keep running. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. From deep, it's Drake. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offense.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And the Bulls aren't threatening on 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure